Welcome to the Future Lab, everyone. I'm your host, Matthew, and today we're tackling a fascinating paper about the Autonomous Formulation Laboratory, or AFL for short. This isn't your grandpappy's chemistry lab, we're talking about a system that automates the creation and analysis of complex liquid mixtures. Think self-driving cars, but for materials science. The AFL uses AI and robotics to revolutionize how we approach materials science. It's tackling a really important problem: efficiently characterizing complex liquid formulations. These formulations are the backbone of countless products, everything from personal care products to life-saving biotherapeutics. The challenge? The sheer number of variables involved in creating and testing these mixtures makes exhaustive testing impractical. So, this paper details a system that's designed to overcome that challenge with automation. This research comes to us from Peter Beaucage and Tyler Martin at the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST. Their paper is called the Autonomous Formulation Laboratory, an open liquid handling platform for formulation discovery using X-ray and neutron scattering. Quite a mouthful, but the essence is this: they built a robot chemist. The AFL's core goal is to intelligently explore the vast parameter space involved in creating these mixtures and to use AI to understand how different ingredients affect the final product. We're talking a system that prepares samples, analyzes them using techniques like X-ray and neutron scattering, and then uses that data to suggest the next experiments. Essentially, a closed-loop system learning as it goes. So, let's start with a high-level overview of the research objectives. The primary goal was to create a platform that could efficiently generate large, high-quality datasets of complex liquid formulations. Why is this so important? Because this kind of data is the lifeblood of machine learning models. With enough high-quality data, these models can start to predict material properties with incredible accuracy, eliminating the need for exhaustive, time-consuming experiments. That's where the real efficiency gains lie. And it's not just about speed, it's also about reproducibility. The AFL ensures highly consistent sample preparation, which is often a major source of error in manual processes. This leads to more reliable experimental data and ultimately, better products. Now that we have a good grasp of what the AFL does and why it's important, let's delve into the specifics of how it actually works. We'll examine the methodology, the technology involved, and the key innovations behind this robotic chemist. This next section will be a bit more technical, but I promise it will be worth it. We'll uncover the clever engineering and programming that makes the AFL tick. After this, we can discuss the real-world applications that will make this work impactful. So, let's move on to the research itself. The paper we're discussing, the Autonomous Formulation Laboratory, an open liquid handling platform for formulation discovery using X-ray and neutron scattering, comes from Peter Beaucage and Tyler Martin at NIST. A mouthful of a title, but it perfectly captures the ambition of their work. At its core, this research addresses a critical challenge in materials science: efficiently characterizing complex liquid formulations. These formulations are everywhere, in personal care products, biotherapeutics, specialty chemicals, you name it. The problem is that creating and testing these mixtures is incredibly time-consuming and resource-intensive. Traditional methods often involve manually mixing ingredients, then painstakingly analyzing the results using techniques like X-ray or neutron scattering. Imagine the scale of this process if you're trying to optimize a formula with, say, 10 or more components. That's where the Autonomous Formulation Laboratory, or AFL, comes in. The AFL aims to dramatically streamline this process by automating everything from sample preparation to analysis. And the key finding? They successfully created a highly adaptable, open-source platform capable of generating dense and reproducible datasets. This means they can generate a huge amount of consistent data, which is essential for training machine learning models. These models can then start to learn the relationships between the components of a formulation and its properties. That's the real power, using AI to predict how a formulation will behave before even synthesizing it. This is a huge leap forward, because it allows researchers to intelligently explore the vast parameter space of possible formulations far more efficiently than ever before. This translates to faster development cycles, reduced costs, and ultimately, better products. Now, the AFL's ability to generate these dense, reproducible datasets is a game changer for machine learning and materials science. But how did they actually achieve this? That's what we'll explore in the next segment, where we'll dive into the ingenious technical details of the AFL's design and functionality. Now for the exciting part, the nuts and bolts of the AFL. It's a truly ingenious system, cleverly integrating readily available components with custom-designed software. Think of it as a sophisticated Lego construction set, but instead of building castles, we're building a fully automated chemistry lab. At its heart, the AFL uses commercial off-the-shelf components, things like an Opentron's OT2 automated pipetting robot, syringe pumps, and flow selectors. These are all standard pieces of lab equipment, making the system relatively easy to replicate and adapt, but it's the software that truly brings this system to life. A Python-based microservice platform orchestrates all the different components, making sure everything works together seamlessly. The software architecture is remarkably modular. Each component, or group of components, has its own device server, allowing for asynchronous operations. In other words, the AFL can be rinsing the system, preparing a sample, and taking measurements all at the same time, a highly efficient use of time. One of the most significant innovations is a custom Python library that handles the sample preparation. Instead of manually inputting every step, users simply specify the desired sample composition, and the library automatically calculates the necessary transfers, and generates a precise pipetting protocol. This level of automation is critical for two reasons: speed and reproducibility. Not only does it significantly accelerate the process, it also eliminates much of the human error typically associated with manual sample preparation. And another crucial aspect is the adherence to fair data principles. All measurement data is meticulously stored and tagged, ensuring data integrity, accessibility, interoperability, and reusability. This is essential for the long-term value and impact of this research. The modular, open-source design, combined with the sophisticated software, makes the AFL incredibly adaptable. This design not only makes it highly versatile for a range of applications but also encourages collaboration and innovation within the scientific community. This impressive level of automation and control is a significant technological achievement, but the real power of the AFL lies in its ability to generate data that can be used to train machine learning models. And that's what we'll explore in the next segment, where we'll examine the practical applications and impact of this amazing system. So, we've looked at the impressive technology behind the AFL. Now, let's discuss the bigger picture, its real-world applications and impact. This isn't just a cool piece of lab equipment, it has the potential to revolutionize entire industries. Imagine the possibilities in drug discovery. The AFL could dramatically speed up the process of testing different formulations of a drug, allowing researchers to identify the most effective version much faster. Think of the implications for getting life-saving treatments to patients quicker, or consider the impact on materials science. The ability to generate high-throughput datasets is a game-changer for developing advanced materials with precise, tailored properties. This could revolutionize everything from construction materials to electronics. The key here is the AFL's ability to generate massive amounts of high-quality data, much more than a human team could manage. And that data isn't just useful for itself, it fuels the power of machine learning. These datasets are perfect for training AI models to predict material properties with exceptional accuracy, eliminating the need for extensive trial and error experimentation. This translates into significant cost savings, faster development cycles, and ultimately, better products. It's not just about incremental improvements, we're talking about potentially transforming entire industries. And this isn't confined to large corporations. Because the AFL is open source and modular, it has the potential to democratize access to advanced materials characterization. Research labs with limited resources could leverage its capabilities, fostering innovation across academia and industry. This open source aspect is a critical element of the AFL's long-term impact, pushing the field towards more collaborative, data-driven approaches. It's a powerful illustration of how open science can accelerate progress. The AFL is more than just a technological advancement, it's a paradigm shift. It's a catalyst for a new era of automated, data-rich workflows, pushing autonomous science to new heights. In our concluding segment, we'll summarize the key takeaways and look ahead at the exciting future of the AFL and its implications for the field. So, to wrap things up, the Autonomous Formulation Laboratory, or AFL, represents a truly significant leap forward in autonomous science. It directly tackles a major bottleneck in materials science, the laborious process of characterizing complex liquid formulations. By automating the entire process, from sample preparation to analysis, the AFL dramatically accelerates the pace of research and development. The system's open-source nature and modular design ensure that its benefits are widely accessible, fostering collaboration and innovation across the scientific community. The wide-ranging implications are hard to overstate. We've discussed its potential in accelerating drug discovery and optimizing industrial processes, but the possibilities extend far beyond those sectors. The AFL is poised to revolutionize how we approach materials science. Ultimately, the AFL is more than just a technological marvel, it represents a shift in how we conduct scientific research. It's a powerful testament to the potential of combining AI, robotics, and open source principles to create transformative tools that benefit society. The future of the AFL looks incredibly bright. As the technology matures and new applications are developed, we can expect to see even greater impact across various fields. The open source nature of the platform ensures ongoing development and innovation by the wider community. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Thanks for joining us on the Future Lab. We've explored how the AFL is changing the game in autonomous science, accelerating discovery, and opening up exciting new possibilities. Join us next time as we continue to explore the dynamic world of AI-driven research and development. Until then, stay curious.